Game one was a very, very good showing from Nemiga. They get themselves an easy win. It's a best of 3 though. They've got to be able to do it twice against Liga.
I haven't seen a Primal Beast versus a tiny mid matchup in months. Just tanky bruisers going at it. Should be fun.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, do either of them pose kill threat? I don't think so. If anything, I'd probably still favor the Primal, or would you actually go with the Tiny?
I don't know, probably the Primal.
Yeah. L1ga looking to strike from a different angle here for this first blood.
Vroom, vroom. Lost in the war.
They want to start. I imagine they definitely had a talk after that last game. We're like, guys, why are we so passive? We need to play so much quicker, so much more aggressive. So I would imagine we're going to see that. But Nemiga, they played super well, and they played to match the aggression really nicely when they were playing with an AM. So now that they're playing with a Spectre this time around, maybe we'll see earlier even involvement, depending on how the lane goes. I see Lion has a Quelly Blade ready, so he's out there ready to cut some trees.
Yeah, I like this. I don't know if you noticed, but he kind of made the walk around the edge of the dire ops, and then should have stepped into it around the large camp and kind of wiggled around a bit, maybe to see if they can trick them into feeling that he's been doing something there with the old wards.
Some nice mind games, really, because he's got that ward down from himself. So yeah, that was smart.
Because, yeah, I mean, he knows for sure that there's this obs on this cliff.
And Hellscream does not change at all the way that he does it. Like, he doesn't come to the rune fights. It's the old school Shaker stuff. Just fissure, block the wave, make sure Dazzle's got lane in a good spot. I
mean, that's the thing. For these two, if they can play the lane the same as they played it last game, that's as good as they need to be, really.
Yep. And Ake, he gets the D ward immediately, so
yeah,
a little bit of a bonus start.
Yeah, we'll see how much of a start Violent has in this lane. As you said, well, as a Spectre, you're just not going to be able to put any pressure onto this offlane Centaur. But maybe you're still able to hit the creeps.
And maybe the power of the Lion. Honestly, Ake was miraculous on the Tusk last game. Lion, he harasses. With this hero, the right clicks do add up in laning phase, so maybe he can work the magic to secure that lane for Violent. Because Centaur, you can see the base damage difference of 12 over Spectre. Trade of sentries down bottom.
We see Roger. I think he's trying to do his best to play into this Dazzle, but it's not easy.
He had to be. He was almost dead there. There was about to be level 2 up on this Dazzle. Fissure trap, and he's gone. It's a bit of a aggressive play there from Roger.
Yeah, I had a hard time getting kills in the lane on the bat last time against this one. I don't know if it's any easier as Avenger against this duo this game in the lane. Zen and Hellscream. I mean, they're definitely playing this lane like they've played it many, many times.
Oh, yeah. Look at this blood grenade just for defensive to zone them away a
little bit. Sort of baiting them in and then trading back favorably. They know the limits of this too. I don't know how many times they played this duo, but it's got to be quite a few.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of watching this. He buys the magic stick instantly because he wants to be playing inside that lane with the Dazzle too, and it's a big stick lane, so very cool. And
yeah,
bottom so far, Violent is even with the Centaur, at least on these waves. There's a big wave coming into the Centaur, though.
How are we doing on the mid? Nikki, 14 for 0, and 13 for 2 for Kiyotaka. Kiyotaka,
oh,
get both the runes here.
I love seeing those plays. Takes the top one, TPs to his tower, takes the other. So Nikki might have to bring himself something. Catch connects.
Oh, this should be a deadline. Yeah. That was a really nice bushwhack there from Yamich. Dragged him in from pretty much the max range. Gets him back under the hoofs of Kasani. So first blood for Liga.
This is the lane to watch, really. This is the one that I'm mostly going to be looking at, the bottom lane, because it is constant kill threat, even onto a Spectre, if he's not careful.
We'll get a bit easier to control them if you want to take an extra point in the mana drain. Make sure that they have limited resources to play with.
Oh my, that was getting close. One more hit and maybe dies because the combo was coming up. This time around, much better laning start here for Liga. The Dazzle's getting slowed down a little bit. Not by too much, though.
Violent. Ooh. Off the mark with the bushwhack. That would have been a kill. Not quite able to get the catch there.
I need a moment. I'll be back. Sorry, something just fell.
Yeah, no worries. On top lane. Roger. Trying to do his best to take control of this. I mean, bottom lane, they get the kill. I mean, they're doing it this time. They had a rough start with the duo in game 1, but this time round, they know how to get the kills. See, top level 3 is going to be when things really pop off, especially with Hellscream. Then he's able to really set up some good counter plays here from Zen. Mid lane, the attacker continues to have the edge here with the CS. Definitely having a favourable time trading damage back at Nikki. So bottom, it's not getting any easier. Ake on the verge of dying once again. Having to pop a salve here to stay in the lane. He's been doing a lot with the setup. He's out of mana now though himself. Blood grenades drop. They see a chance to go for him with the dagger. The Whostomp comes out. Liga. They've got Kasani.
I'm good now. Sorry about that.
Stop finally from going it. They don't miss much. Been a bit of attempts on this bottom lane again, but it's getting to the point now where the mana's just completely gone for Liga's duo, so it's harder for them to go.
I am seeing top starting to do the same thing, though, as last game. They've now got the lane in that great positioning, and Dazzle is starting to shut down Ramsey's CS, just like last time, so...
Yeah, it's going to be the same, probably the same exact build, right? From
I would imagine so. It looks like it. Why would you deviate? It feels perfect.
Yeah. Oh, Hellscream. I mean, I know he's fine. Yeah, they've even got the early point at Grave, of course, allowed level 4.
Throws the blood grenade.
Zen's got to be a bit careful himself, or... Oh, no, he doesn't actually. Roger's ticking down too low with the poison touch, so Roger can't afford to come forward. Super hard to go on this Dazzle, and apparently even the Shaker. You know, anyone turns up with this top lane, as long as Zen's around, Liga's not able to really go for them.
I gotta be honest though, this Spectre has the same CS as the Centaur. Dazzle's slowing down Luna. This looks kind of similar last time a bit. They're getting away with these lanes. It's still only just 2 kills for Liga.
Yeah, there's definitely the question if it's enough from Liga.
Yeah. I mean, Kiyotaka's looking to get active, so looking to try to get some kills and shut down these lanes a little bit. It's an Invis rune again. Is he gonna go for the Wisdom rune? The same exact thing as last time?
He's definitely going to be a bit tempted, but maybe not. You know, the fact that he knew that the team was setting up, or ended up setting up in game 1, maybe is enough to make you not go for that play a second time round. Especially when you're a tiny and you don't have the luxury of being able to remnant out if things start to go bad.
Yeah, I'm watching Ake though. He's going to go for it. Ake on the right side. He's looking to try to waltz over. He's going to be late though.
Yeah, it's too far.
Yeah, he scans. He says, not worth my time. Alright, but I mean, the laning is not fully done, and Violent's getting a lot. Now a rotation, Kasani stepped up too far.
Yeah, they've got the stun into the Hex, and the Drain. He's trying to get the stomp off. It's a 3-man stomp on a double edge. You'll get a kill.
Nicely done.
So able to get something out of that on the way out, but still, Violent gets the last touch on that kill. It's, you know, a kill for the Spectre. And as you said, you know, in a situation where Violent was already farming pretty well, things could definitely have been rougher for the Spectre in the safe lane, I feel. We saw some deaths on the line, but as for Violent, he hasn't died at all. He's been kept perfectly safe, and he has had opportunities to hit the streets.
Violent?
I mean, they're baiting him in. He's got backup. He's ready to try and pull them in under the tower there with that aggression, because the backup turns up. They take out Yamich. I mean, he's toying with him here, Violent. Quick Whostomp to put a stop to that fight. He's even jumping over with the ult. The stun won't quite reach on the Roger, so Roger will get out of there. But yeah, Violent, he's ready to fight back when he knows that backup's inbound.
They kept Nikki down there. They filled his bottle and just kept him staying in the area to protect the Spectre. Looking for another catch, but can't quite get it. Hellscream, he get away from Kiyotaka.
I think he can. He's got Fisher up in a couple of seconds. It's an awkward kill for Kiyotaka to try and chase. Fisher's out, and yeah, Kiyotaka's not going to want to spend any more time running after that Shaker.
Right. Yeah, this Nemiga's rotations, I like how aggressive they are. Even when they, you know, they maybe have like some more defensive type of style heroes, they're still playing really nicely here to respond to the aggression. bottom. Another stampede, violent.
Now this time around. Ooh! No, he's actually out of there. Ake was able to come in clutch with the stun and the hex to hold back Roger, meaning that the magic missile doesn't come into play. I mean,
Ake's tanky.
He's living through this. He's got backup coming in. He's able to line up a two-man stun. Violet jumps back over. The rotation's been made by Nikki. I mean, Nemiga, they are absolutely just outplaying Liga in this series.
And Violent gets an urn right before it, so he gets some urn charges finished up. Ake and Hellscream. They'll lose Hellscream. Oh, sick plays from the Lion. The bait. Full stick, Fairy Fire, turns it around, gets the double stun. Very nicely done. And all in the meanwhile, Dazzle's chilling.
I mean, you know, we talk about the Spectre getting the chance to hit the creeps. Yeah, Zen on the other side, he's having just as if not a better time. It's going to be a similar timing, almost certainly, on the Agadims this game. And we saw how much he did with that. Just turning around any efforts Liga tried to make in these fights. This time, have they got Violent? They've got the combo. The stun's there from Ake. I mean, once again, this line just keeps saving the day here for Violent. As Violent...
Same thing on the Tusk. Honestly, this guy is really owning on the 5.
Yeah, I believe he doesn't even have a Liquipedia page this line.
Oh, Violent!
Oh. He's out. He's able to jump over, not only dodge the attempt down bottom, but get involved in a bit of action on taking out Roger in the mid.
Oh, that was sick.
I mean, this has got to feel rough for Liga. Sure, you're only down 4 to 5. It's close on the gold. But they've got to be feeling this, right? You've come into this second game, and once again, it does seem like Nemiga are just a bit faster around the map than you.
I do think this time, though, Liga's playing a little bit better with the move. Like, they're trying to make these moves more constant, right? It's not working entirely, but they're trying a little bit more than last time. Last time, I felt like they were a little, like, sleeping on the pedal. This time, they're trying to make the moves. But Nemiga, yeah, one step ahead, especially Ike. I really like watching this line. You saw a skill build, too, right? The 1-1-3 skill build on the Lion.
Yeah, necessary, and it does a lot for the lane. And for these early skirmishes, I mean, some of these heroes, Centaur, tiny, right? You lose that mana pretty quickly, and suddenly you're a couple of combos short in the team fight. This time round, they'll be able to push it in. This time, they'll get him. There's no saving in that time. Ike, you know, he can only do so much on the line. Can't save him against 3 heroes running at him. But at least we'll probably give them the information that ward's been placed down pretty deep in their jungle.
But they're getting stuff out of it in the meantime. Dazzle still Zeneca, has not left top. Tower's taken. So, getting something out of it at the least. But yeah, Liga, you can feel, I mean, I can just feel like the aura of them playing way faster, right? They're making moves, they're constantly trying to set stuff up. That last game, they were just passive, and they're playing into a lineup that thrives if you're passive. So, yeah, much better. 5 to 5. Nemiga's still getting good farm, but Ramsey's starting to now get away from that annoying Dazzle and get that big farm. He's got his max passives. Yeah,
I think it's going to be sort of eyes on Kasani to see what he can do this game. You know, last game, similar position, right? He had this area. They was able to free farm as the Razor, but the impact wasn't really felt. This game, go for the Veil into the Blink Dagger on the Centaur.
I like
with those timings, which are going to be good timings, he should be able to do much more when the Blink Dagger's out.
Absolutely. They have ways to follow up, too. Kiyotaka, he's going to have Blink. They'll have Hoodwink, I believe. Not quite yet level 6, actually. A bit low level still on Yamich. But they'll have ways to follow it up, so it does feel like they will be able to make those aggressive moves. But will they be able to get the connection? Because Nemiga, as we said, very quick with their rotations and very, very good counter-initiation draft.
$700 off the Ags for Dazzle. Kiyotaka and Roger, they're going to be heading his way. See what they can get done with this Blink on Tiny.
And he doesn't have that much, like, HP pool-wise. He doesn't have his Ogre inside his inventory, so 1k HP on the Dazzle right now.
A good retreat there. He's out of the area, and they won't. At least we'll looks to be unlikely to catch the Dazzle with the remainder of the smoke. Maybe something to be found over in the mid.
Yeah, Hellscream, Kiyotaka wants to find something.
They might settle for the Shaker dive. If Hellscream gives it to him, but Hellscream backs off at just the right moment. Not going to get anything.
But he's bloodthirsty, right? That's what I want to see anyway from Kiyotaka. I mean, he's playing tiny, so you really, really kind of want to be making all those moves around constantly. But this is the league I wanted to see in the last game, at least just looking for the moves a bit more. That being said, though, Spectre, Blade Mill's done, Urn's done. 1,300 behind the Luna, but that's to be expected.
Yeah, the ability.
Ramses! Oh my god, look at Ramses. If he gets caught here, he can just get fingered and Spectre ulted on.
No. Oh, he's
What's
hiding
going on?
behind the tree! Is he
What's
that?
happening?
He hides behind that one tree!
Oh my god.
And gives a nasty little surprise for Ramses. I mean, the TP's come in, but it's too late. Ramses is gone. And of course,
actually
Violent,
gets
he's
him.
out of there. He just walks that perfect line. You know, that he knows that little bit of vision that you always get blocked off from you when you're a carry farm in your spot. And Ike knows that. He abuses it perfectly. Ramses did not expect that one.
Poor Ramses. He walked up to him and he's like, wait a minute.
Oh,
scream.
He's going to have to drop the echo. Was a little scared of getting gone upon by Kasani. See, Kiyotaka's still able to get him. They get the toss back, and they will. So, an echo slam put to waste. That's shaker, but maybe not if it's meant that this fight goes on long enough for Nemiga to get some kills themselves. They'll get the Tiny. They'll get Kiyotaka. Nicky's trying to force him for more underneath the tower. They're going for this. And the Bushwhacker will hold back Violet for a second, but Ike's able to line up the stun. Swap back's there. Ramsey's considering getting involved from the side, because still at the point of the game where he doesn't have points in the Eclipse. So doesn't really want to be forced to fight too much. At the least, his presence will cause Nemiga to back off.
They felt their strength there with the Dazzle, but I'm sure Zenika's telling him, like, guys, I'm a bit low on mana. He had the Lotus, but I think they got quite a bit there with that chase forward. Who got the last hit? I think it was Ike. Okay. Looks like it was a line. So Ike, he just buys his shard, so he can just stand his ground.
Yeah, did wonders last game, and once again, definitely going to be quite the annoyance for Liga to fight into.
It's pretty cool, too, because both supports have bought their shard. So now it means a core is automatically going to get that shard whenever they do the Tormentor on the Dazzle. That's kind of cool. Both games, I think I saw them do that. So, bottom, damage.
Oh, he's very dead. Another kill that Violence just have to get involved in. I mean, what do you do as Kasadian? It was sort of talked about, you know, how he's going to be looking to make these plays with his failing to blink, but he just walks up, and as long as Ike's got vision of him, Ike just takes away all his mana. I mean, what are you going to do? Blink double edge someone? There's not going to be any Hoostongs. You know, he'll find himself a regen room, but still, if they ever get the jump on him, he's going to try and jump in onto Nicky.
I mean, look at this line. He just oomed Kiyotaka before the fight.
And again,
he's ooming them again. All three of them.
And he just kills them. He's having a great one.
Look broken. Dude, Kiyotaka, they stampede to set up for the kill, and Kiyotaka's cut off in the river, and he just gets 500 mana burned. He just gets drained, and he runs over and he's like, guys, I can't help you. I have nothing.
As Ike's starting to shine, he gives them all the mana up as well. Passes it over to his teammates. I mean, Violent, he's 2k gold in on this Relic in towards the Radiance. I don't know, it's 9-7, only a 1k lead, but Liga's got to be sweating a little bit.
I would be. You're playing versus the Spectre, you have Luna. Luna can kill herself in seconds. You make one mistake in a team fight. Spectre popped the Blade Mail. Let's say Spectre gets the Shard. Some devastating stuff, and Violent.
Oh, he's probably not going to get this one on his own.
But no.
Now back to the Ancients.
Answers are still going to have to come from the side of Ligas. You have to get the Dazzles in the fight. You have to find these supports. Well, I say supports, but you have to find these three pesky casters. The Lion, the Earthshaker, the Dazzle. They cause so many problems with these shards. Fissure, Aftershock, Lion just mana burning you. 9-7. Nemiga probably pretty happy with the game state now.
No, without a doubt. They know they're strong. They're going to smoke up here, get something big done. See who they can find. Making their way towards mid.
Power Rune bottom. It's a nice one on probably the best hero for it. Unbelievably tanky, and I like the itemization that Nicky's going for if he commits for it. I think this item is pretty nuts at the moment. Ramses just farming with Roger behind him. They've seem to have an idea. They see these illusions.
Yeah, they know he's going to be playing around this area, but the smoke does come to an end, but the creep wave's pushing in upon them. Liga, they'll get all the information they need to get out of it.
Roger's always just playing right behind just in case for a swap play.
I think Nemiga won't be too phased about not getting action with this, as long as they know that they're just creating a distraction and space for Violent.
Yeah, look at this. They're even prepping just in case. Like they didn't see anything on the bottom side of the map, so Zenica just ports and sits behind Violet just in case. Probably is expecting a move up here. Violet. Hey, keeping these heroes low, right? Like they're just jumping, poking a support or something, getting some info, then jumping away. Ramsey's is getting away with all this free farm. He's 10.6k, so he's got that differential versus the Spectre. But he's incredibly fragile to BKB in these fights.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because what can you do in the fights against Nemiga's lineup? You're going to get completely locked down.
Even with BKB, to be honest, though, because you're playing versus Primal, it's definitely not
and
easy.
the fact that you're playing against the save of the Dazzle, right? You know, you're trying to kill these heroes. Zen's going to be keeping them all alive.
Potentially looking for bottom, but I think they know that everyone's just sitting behind Ramses. They'll opt to go elsewhere. Actually, maybe a little bit of a flank around. Okay, just to get the Watcher there. And it looks like it's just going to be Tormentor. Did they kill one of their teammates? Well, Yamich would have died, but he ran away. What about Roger? Oh no, Roger. Oh no.
At least he gets the shard. So.
He tried. He ran. He sticked.
He was trying to escape.
I thought he was going to Lotus.
Yeah.
He had a great healing Lotus, but I think Ramsey. I actually want to find a stat at some point. Has Ramsey killed the most of his teammates on Tormentors out of any pro? Probably. Or Ramsey's dying to Tormentor as well too.
Yeah, he definitely has had a lot of incidences around that area. Timings for Nemiga. You've got the Blink Dagger coming up very soon here for Hellscream.
Tormentor was taken, so Shard goes to the Spectre, and he's going to have his Radiant stun, so he's got a pretty strong timing. The burst you can actually do is pretty crazy. And you could even kill Ramses. That's the one thing I'm just going to be looking at, the reflection, the blade mail, etc. Ramses, be careful.
I mean, I know Kasani's hit the instant stampede.
His blink is broken again, but he's out. Nemiga probably still content. They've got a Spectre scaling very nicely. Liga still has scaling. That's the one thing. They do have they have this Luna with the Venge Aura and stuff like that. So it is a strong draft that does scale into the later stages. It's just isn't going to be enough versus a Spectre with a Dazzle behind him. We saw what this Dazzle was able to do last game with less of a front line, I would say.
No, it's definitely not simple for Liga to 5-man down lanes as I think they would want to with the heroes they have, this sort of Luna Venge lineup. You know, they just want to be able to kind of take these fights, take these towers.
The levels are
Nemiga,
definitely
once again, they've got great ways to respond.
Yeah, and the levels are definitely lacking a bit, though, for Roger, right? Like, if you have this group up, it's when you have lots of aura levels. It's 1 point in Vengeance Aura. Ake leading the charge, didn't quite get a catch. They wanted something because Stampede was down. 15 seconds.
They're having a run, though. And Liga just having to avoid these fights that Nemiga's running at them with.
Yevich. Violent wants him. Still can't quite. He needs a +1.
And even just, just sort of turn up like this. And the fact that with Zen as well, you can really just disrupt the farm that Ramses is trying to pick up by sending these illusions down the lanes. You know, he turns up with a Shadow Wave heal bomb, and suddenly you're just not getting that extra bit of farm that you want to as a Luna at this stage. They're going to go for the Roshan
clash. Yeah, nothing's happened for 7 minutes. They're both getting set up for it here. Dazzle just finished Holy Locket. He's got buyback as well.
I mean, they're prepared. They're waiting on the high ground with the smoke. Nicky.
How's the buyback's looking? He's got 3.
Goatsees, no, Kasani's going to try and go in. He's in with the jump. There's the grab. 8 with the stun from the low ground. He's going to start draining the mana. And the jump fall from Hellscream. He's in with the slam. Ramsey's just got to run. He's dead.
Gone.
Ramsey's taken out. Not a chance for a Manta or a BKB. As he gets blown up. They get baited in by the Lion on that one. 8, he just stands there, drains them. They all start to move towards him. And it just opens up for this slam to come in. And the cleanup to occur. I mean, Kasani's not going to get that blink off there. He may make it out of there. But it's 3 dead. And Ramses, he was not ready for that at all.
I mean, the way they started, though, they jumped the Primal Beast with an Eternal Shroud. The initial go is kind of crazy. They don't know where the Dazzle is, and they're jumping the absolute tankiest hero in Dota. They get the fall, like, Ake shows himself after, and they try to jump him. He gets a beautiful suck to stop anything, but the initial go is very weird from L1ga.
I guess they maybe felt good because they got this vision down.
I guess.
Around this area, but they just didn't sort of keep tabs of the Shaker. And yeah, Ramses, he just gets completely caught off guard. He was not ready to react.
He notices before that, like, he's like, there's no point in me BKBing. I'm dead. The damage was already done. It was like 80% of his HP gone, and then he just gets reality'd onto, and he's just gone. Yeah, Shadow Stepped. That is brutal.
Yeah, that fight's the rough one. No.
They have to find these backlines, these Dazzles, these Shakers, and these. I mean, the Lion, he kind of just owned that fight, but jumping Primal, that's gonna just lead to disaster every time.
And I think just sort of the fact that, you know, that's your nearly 15,000 net worth carry just getting to do nothing in the fight, a fight that you as not just, you know, as a 2-man or a 3-man, as a full 5-man, you know, they went in for that. L1ga, they signed up for that team fight. But they lost their carry, who's got a lot of gold on his hands in an instant.
Yeah, I think depending on how this, I mean, even doesn't even matter how this game goes. I think teams are just gonna have to be a little bit careful about, you know, playing versus like Shakers and Dazzles. Like, it's not something that everybody plays right now. It's these guys is special, and they're making it look really good. This Dazzle both games has had flawless performance. The Shaker almost as well. Okay, yeah, he had a couple whip out slams and stuff like that, but he hits the one that matters. Yeah, that was the first action we've had in almost 7 minutes. And it was quite convincing there for Nemiga.
Violent. There's a freebie there. Time to jump over to Roger. And Nicky and Hellscream looking for action along this top line.
And Nicky getting tankier and tankier too. That was pre-Reaver, and he barely lost any HP. Now he's got a Reaver on his way to a heart.
Yeah, he's crushed it with 407. They haven't killed him. And on the other side of things for L1ga, Kiatakari, he got those 4 kills early on, but since that, nothing good's been happening for him.
What targets does he want to go for now, too? He wants to get those squishy backlines, but they don't show themselves. Information lacking for the side of L1ga, really, to catch them. So I think for the Hoodwink, it's really Yamich's job to get the information for his teammates to try to get the jumps. It's not an easy job by any means, but someone's got to do that so they can get those pesky backliners.
Radiant's middle tower.
Roche getting started again.
Do they want to walk over for this fight, L1ga? I don't think they do.
They're full HP. On the side of Nemiga, Dazzle just keeps it in.
Yeah, they're ready for anything that comes their way over here. And it won't, L1ga. They're not going to even try this time round. They'll let Nemiga have the rush. They hit it with a scan, but of course far too late to set up for any sort of aggressive play. Now it's going to be Aegis on to Violent.
Uh-oh. Spectre is huge now. Ramsey's still big, but we see how fast he can die. Yamich. Trying to cut some waves, but we'll be able to get away.
Still going to be another period of time where it feels like L1ga are probably going to have to avoid Nemiga whilst there is this Aegis on Spectre.
And they have to follow their Luna. That's the thing too. They don't have the, you know, global capability. They just got to sit on Ramses, sapping his XP and all that, while the Spectre Violent just joined in at a moment with Shadow Step. Flags now, Kiyotaka. Bit more damage if he's able to get that set up. And that's where that Venjore, whenever the levels do come to Roger, you could potentially see scaling. I say could because it's just still feel the Spectre's going to own too hard, but if you get like Max Vengeance Sora with Tiny Ags, things get pretty wild. Up top, Hellscream shows himself. Sonny was thinking about it.
Over towards the mid lane. Ake's got the setup onto Yamage. Oh, Kiyotaka will at least be able to pick up the kill on Ake in return, but it's another kill that Violent's able to get his hands on.
Kiyotaka will take that. He's like, ooh, solo money. 500 for a Lion.
Oh. Well, not going to be able to grab this Vengeful Spirit. Roger stepping a bit too close there to try and set something up aggressively with a swap.
Kiyotaka has an amp damage. He wants to try something. Not on the Primal Beast, though. Full Heart now finished up. Hellscream shows himself with the Fissure up top. They're going to look for him, but he's got Ward Vision. It looks like he's calling for backup.
I mean, it's on its way. You know, Nikki and Zen are there, and
this is a sneaky ward. This might catch League off guard.
Violent's got the ult ready, so he can jump over as well. They're going to try and jump Ramses first. Ramses using the Stampede to try and get him out of this one. He may have to just try and stand his ground with the BKB Mantail, put the BKB, but the grab comes in. They just tear him apart here with the illusions. Violent takes him out. Ramses is gone. At least they get Hellscream. Kasani is able to TP out, but still this is not the fight the Liga wanted. The Kiyotaka will go for the TP, anything to stop it, there isn't. But they do cut their losses, they get the rest of them out of there, but once again, Nemiga just finding their ways to get through pretty much the entire team and get on top of Ramses, and Ramses just cannot have the team fight involvement that he wants to. He's getting completely bullied.
It was just a full bypass. It was beautiful, actually. They just like everyone ignored this Primal Beast Inspector to just get on top of Ramses. Again and again, Nemiga just seem to be one step ahead and just better at executing every single team fight. Honestly, their targeting just is better. Straight up. Bottom. Manta dodge on the stun.
Yeah, I won't be able to die for the kill, but still just sort of shaking them up. I think Liga have to be very careful about what sort of calls they make in this situation. Sure, the goal's still pretty even, but this, you know, for the 2K ahead that Ramses has on Violent, you just don't feel it in the play right now. The Spectre does so much more.
I mean, it feels like they've been. It feels way more. Like it doesn't feel like this is like less than 1K. It feels like they're like 5 to 10K ahead on the side of Nemiga. Ramses opts to go for the Conda build now too. So overall, standing his ground, I would say not as strong compared to something like a Butterfly, but maybe like he just needs to play off the beams.
He's going to be able to take that Tormentor.
Mid, Ramses, Nicky's on him.
They're going to be able to go for him again. This time BKB's there, but he's lost his Venge, and he can't. I mean, he's going to try and stand his ground with the Eclipse. They're in on top of him. Can Ramses do enough damage? He cannot. It's a double kill out of it all for Ike as well on the line. He picks up the last touch on that somehow. But it's once again another fight, another play that the Luna Ramses, he's just left completely helpless in these situations.
It honestly looks like Liga's a bit broken. The way that they're playing, like the supports don't move to help him and stuff like that. They've built independently for themselves. I see Yamage has 8-Toast Mage Slayer, not some 4-Staff or something like that to protect his buddy. Not playing behind him. I mean, Nemiga is just playing this clean and nicely, well executed, good targeting, and Liga's just a bit all over the place. Ramses back to back to back to back deaths, right?
Yeah, it's been a lot.
Kind of 3 consecutive, but yeah. All that net worth has done next to nothing for him. Oh, and now an Orchid now for Violence, so he can Orchid he can jump, Orchid the Venge, stop the swap, and kill the Luna and stuff like that.
Don't know if the slam was necessary on that one, but I appreciate it. Yeah, Violent gives him a tip on that.
He's like,
he just slams this poor old hoodwink completely unnecessarily. But
that's kind of a statement. Right?
I think it is. You know, Oh, key attack. Oh, he's going for this with a BKB. He'll get the kill.
Okay.
Only get out of this one, though. BKB's going to soon come to an end. Ramses is by his side. I mean, do they want to try and force this fight, Liga? Ramses stepping up. But Nemiga, they're out of there. They don't have further catch, Liga, so Nemiga's fine.
Nemiga's like, we lost Ake. We lost our carry lion. Watch out, guys.
Oh, pretty much.
It really has been. He's been owning it. Now they're going to re-smoke. No Echo Slam at the ready. But they're looking to meet their Spectre and Dazzle. Blink is at the ready for Nikki, so he can get instant catches. He's looking. Roger has the swap. He's got to be quick with the swap, though, because there's an Orchid on the Spectre.
Talking about the Spectre. Now finally, he's gone for the jumping onto key attacker. He's back out. Forces the reaction. Same time on mid, Ramses is getting gone on. They have to use the Stampede to allow Ramses to keep his distance. The trees start to come thrown in at the way of Nikki.
It was a distraction.
It really was, yeah. I mean, and it kind of worked for the most part. They did immediately start moving towards helping out key attacker, and it nearly left Ramses vulnerable once again.
I mean, it distracted me for a sec. I looked over. I was like, oh my god, is Kiyotaka gonna die? Oh my god, Venge is just dead instantly. They're quick the way they're moving around. And items just continue flying out too. And with now the fact that the gold lead's actually starting to get into their favor a lot more. I think Blink is done for Ike. Yeah,
and incredibly close to the full Bloodthorn. And then damage is not going to be an issue for whoever Violent jumps upon, even if it is one of the bigger cores.
I'm glad I saw. Not really anything necessary to point out too much, but Craggy Coat, this item is insane. The fact he's even like a Spectre pick it up, that's kind of says quite a bit. Obviously, you don't see what other options he had, but this item is. The cooldown is too low with duration. 8-second duration, 12-second cooldown. It's way too good.
Dire's bottom tower is under
That's it. Yeah, I mean, it's basically permanent uptime. I mean, I know it's not, but it's close to it. That's a lot of armor.
Like, it's absolutely insane. I take this armor. I take this item every time. Smoke up. They're far from Ramses, though.
No, he's had enough. He don't want to be involved in these plays. He's out of there. He's like, guys, you can go for it. I'm going to keep hitting creeps. It was much more safe when I was doing that.
I mean, he has no way of connecting to them, though. I guess the Dazzle at the moment isn't there either. He's soloing Tormentor, but he's got Boots of Travel to join. All right, Ramses is running now. All right, he'll make it in time, too, boys.
On the other side of the map, the Roshan fight didn't go too
Nikki.
hot. Oh, they're TPing out! Oh, okay, they get the swap back on Nikki. Nikki, he's still pretty beefy. But with Key Attacker jumping in, they'll manage to take him down, and that will also get them the gem.
That's
maybe
like the
probably get them the Roshan as well, right?
Yeah, it's the first and the biggest catch I feel like they've gotten almost all game. Satanic now done for Ramses. Much easier for him to stand his ground.
Only just as well. I mean, that swap, it came in on sort of the last millisecond that TP channeling was going on. Nearly got out of there, but he doesn't, and yeah, they get something going their way here, Liga. Got the Aegis on Ramses.
And I think they got a gem out of that, right?
They did,
was it a reclaim? They got a gem. Okay.
They picked one. Yeah, I don't know if it was originally theirs. It was one of the Kasani.
It was Aches. It was Aches. They both had gems now.
Oh wait, yeah,
but they stole it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Key Attacker's going to jump in. They won't look to fight. They know that Key Attacker's got backup. So just a bit of a retreat here from Hellscream and Ike.
They're stampeding forward.
They really want
Blink,
this.
But doesn't get it.
They'll get Hellscream.
Okay. There we go. Signs of life. Can they get continuous kills off of this? They had the Primal Beast killed. They found another kill afterwards. Can they find another one? Kiyotaka is on the prowl.
Oh, he's deep.
He's really deep.
Oh, he's really deep. He will get the kill. And he should be fine. I mean, he's still got the BKB if he feels threatened. So indeed, he's able to get away with that. Goes up to the high ground, gets the kill, gets that. Ramses, he's thinking about diving.
they got the 2 pesky supports, right? They got the disables taken care of, so they're feeling confident there.
All right. Some good aggressive action here from Liga. They'll be onto the tier 2 mid.
Respawns are coming back. Shaker's back up in 3. But they've got this Aegis and Cheese, some comfort to be able to play with. I think I've seen Yamich change his items 50 times this game. I saw him have the Glimmer for a second, then he's queuing back up for damage. Alright, and 15, or almost max Vengeance Aura. Sorry, level 15 on Venge, so the damage, it's starting to add up also. The Tiny's Aura definitely is a lot. Same thing for that Luna.
I imagine we'll see them go again. Yeah, still 3 minutes left on the Aegis for Ramses.
Radiant are scanning.
At Nemiga. Making sure that they're consistently together as 5. Even Violent starting to farm closer and closer to his teammates.
Ake is just always playing right next to Violent.
Liga.
Neutral items.
And they'll be able to set up for another tier 2 push coming in.
Pretty big neutral. Telescope picked up for Hellscream after he's had the Philosopher's Stone all game. Huge cast range for those backliners.
Time to prepare the high ground defense.
There's a lot of damage right now on the side of Liga. Daedalus about to be finished up for Ramses, and a Daedalus done for the Tiny. Look at this base damage on the Tiny. He has 780 damage with that Venge Aura. Or 680, sorry, bad math. Still is ridiculous how much he'll do.
It's an easy one. Violent.
Target's hunting.
He's a little bit split. I mean, Ramses is not with him at least. They'll look to chase on for this. It's a good jump with the Hoostop, but the fish is out upon them. They've got the grab. Have they got the damage to take him down? No, the cheese is there. He turns with the tree volley, pretty much on the 4 of them. The slam coming out, but Zen, he's so low. The shallow grave's about to come to an end. Zen, he'll get off another poison touch. Nicky jumps forward. Zen's still alive. He's been bushwhacked. He gets off another heal. He's still alive. Finally, they kill him off. But not before Kiyotaka ends up dying to the damage that Zen was able to kick off. At Liga, they're trying to dive in for more. They'll get the bushwhack onto Nicky. Eclipse as well. Jump forward from Violet. He's in with the blade now. Ramses is going to get tripped up. He's going to be taken down the once. That's the Aegis gone. And with these buybacks, they'll be able to set up to take him out a second time as Ramses out for 100. I mean, it looked like things were going to go the way of Liga there. They pushed forward for it. But even in that situation, Nemiga, they realized they can turn things, Fogged.
Do you have that fight recap? Look at the damage from the Tiny, though, in that instance. He did 10k damage on his splash. He hit absolutely everybody with it.
I mean, look how much the Dazzle did in the drawn-out fight in return. He closed up to it. Holy the fact that he lived as long as he did in that fight, Zen, was pretty ridiculous. Did have to buy back at the end of it, all of course, but getting around those extra rounds of heals and damage definitely shook Liga up. And at this point, you know, the spend up was there from Ramses. He's out for a minute. Violence diving them beyond the tier 4s. It's another hero dead, no buyback. 4 heroes dead, no buyback.
I mean, they can look to at least get... I mean, they do have tier 2s on the side. I think that's the thankful thing here for Liga, but quite a bit of damage here. 25s on Spectre also. They did not respect the buybacks. Came out too quick.
See how much they can get done here. Already seen TP's out the side. Zen, you know, he wants to try and get this sorted. Nicky's going to stick around with Violent in the mid, get this mid-rex taken out. Oh, jump for Nicky. He's just going to go in under tier 4, get the grab onto Yamich. Yamich is gone. Oh, they popped the Stampede. They're trying to go in on the side. Kiyotaka pops the BKB. It's not enough to kill Hellscream. The heals are there, the grave as well. Yamich has had to buy back for this one. With the bushwhack control onto Nicky. See if Nicky can walk this one off. Magic missiles there. Ike's in from the low ground. Gets the stun off. Violent. He just jumps in onto Kasani. Sorry, into Kiyotaka. He's in onto the Tiny. Kiyotaka's out. Roger goes down. Once again, they don't have buyback. Kasani has to use his BKB to just run. But now it's 3 against the 5 of Nemiga. As Nemiga can continue to just sort of live in the base of Liga. And that, so that one fight that Liga had just earlier on down in this area around the mid, it really is nothing more than a distant memory. As Nemiga, they hit back harder than they ever had before really after that play.
These guys are good. These guys are fun to watch as well, too. They're super aggressive.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Very good shot calling inside these team fights over and over and over again.
No, they've had a great series. Violent in
Tiny.
this guy's carry, I've not seen him before, but he's looking like a really solid carry.
I have to be honest with you, I actually really like all of these players.
Yeah,
I can't say that anybody's like playing poorly on their
No.
side. The supports are doing their job. The carries are farming and not dying. They're getting good targets. They're good players, for sure. Ramses.
Mike. Gonna get the Lion first. Underneath the tower, Nicky, he's in. Get the grab. Hellscream jumps forward with the slam. They were able to keep him alive. Hellscream's gonna be able to get another round of the stuns out. Violent goes in under the tower, takes out Kasani. Ramsey's trying to run down Violent, but the stun's there from Mike. He comes in with the buyback, gets himself over to the action and provides the stun required to hold Ramses down and allow them to clean up once again. They just don't miss a beat here on Nemiga. They really don't.
Beautiful buyback. It looked like Ramses maybe can get some type of cleanups. Titanic Zone, boom, gets stunned, controlled, brought down again and again and again. Super aggressive jump forward from them ends up working. 4 heroes dead, and that should be them cleaning up at least in tier 4 or 2.
No, I think so. Yeah, no buybacks. It's just Key Attacker left alive.
Oh, it's a treat to watch, really. I don't know, maybe not Dazzle so much because it's bringing back PTSD, watching him free cast, keep everyone up, but they're playing it well.
And that's it. It's over. GG is called. Nemiga 2-0 here today against Liga. They look really good doing it, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot more from these lads, as this was just really good Dota. They did it in their style. The Shaker Dazzle lane, I think it's going to very quickly become one that just has to go if you play against this team. Just don't let them have the Shaker Dazzle lane.